Roadhouse, the unforgettable 80s action film, holds secrets that even its biggest fans may not know. We've got 10 surprising facts about this cult classic that are sure to give you a fresh perspective. No fluff, no filler, just intriguing insights into Roadhouse. Ready? Let's get started. Inspired by real-life events. Did you know that Roadhouse was inspired by real-life events? Yes, Roadhouse, the cinematic sensation, is not all Hollywood make-believe. Screenwriter David Lee Henry drew from real-life experiences at a small-town bar, which also inspired Dalton's name, a nod to the Georgia town hosting this bar. The Double Deuce's exterior was a set, but inside scenes were shot in the Bandstand, a real bar in Anaheim, California. However, it wasn't naturally as gritty as it appears on screen. Producer Joel Silver had it deliberately roughed up to nail the dive bar look. The Bandstand has since shut down, adding an extra layer of intrigue to Roadhouse's narrative. Patrick Swayze turned down 2 potential blockbuster movies. Patrick Swayze was all in for Roadhouse, turning down 2 potential hits to play Dalton. He said no to Tango and Cash and a chance to act with Sylvester Stallone, leading Kurt Russell to fill the role of Gabriel Cash. He also had to pass on Predator 2. Initially chosen to play Lieutenant Michael R. Harrigan, injuries from the Roadhouse set led to a recovery period overlapping Predator 2 shooting schedule, and Danny Glover ended up in the role. Swayze's choice to stick with Roadhouse, despite other tempting opportunities and physical setbacks, highlights his dedication and belief in the film, making his portrayal of Dalton a standout part of his acting legacy. Oscar-nominated actress Annette Bening was sacked due to her lack of chemistry with Swayze. In the roller coaster ride that was the casting of Roadhouse, Annette Bening, the shining star of The Grifters and American Beauty, was originally slated to portray Dr. Elizabeth Clay. But wait, there's a curveball. Just as the camera started rolling, she was given her marching orders. Talk about a movie makeover! Enter Kelly Lynch, the new Doc Clay. Why the sudden switch? It seems our leading man, Patrick Swayze, wasn't feeling the spark with Bening. In a 2012 tell-all interview, Lynch dished the dirt. Patrick just didn't feel any chemistry with her or something. Just goes to show, nothing lights up the screen like a bit of good old-fashioned chemistry. Swayze wasn't happy about his mullet. So here's the scoop. Patrick Swayze's mullet in Roadhouse, that became a pop culture icon, was actually a thorn in his side. According to Wendy Lee's biography, Patrick Swayze, One Last Dance, spills the beans. He called the notorious haircut the bane of my existence. Now that's a twist. The fight scenes in the film were intense, and that rebellious mullet needed some serious taming. Picture this. Throwing punches, dodging hits, all while trying to keep that wild mane in check. It took a truckload of hairspray to keep that fringe from going rogue. Fed up with the mullet upkeep, Swayze switched to a neat, shorter cut for his next role in Ghost. As much as we adore the throwback charm of the Swayze mullet, it seems he himself couldn't say goodbye to it fast enough. Who'd have thought keeping movie star hair in line could be such a wild ride? Stephen Colbert auditioned for Roadhouse. You won't believe this one. Stephen Colbert, the guy who cracks us up on late-night TV, actually auditioned for Roadhouse. Yep, you heard that right. He might have been on screen with the legendary Swayze himself. The Roadhouse cast was a colorful mix of big names like Swayze and Sam Elliott, musicians like Jeff Healey, and, well, almost Stephen Colbert. That's right, our favorite talk show host tried out for a part in this wild ride of a film. During an interview with Bobby Cannavale and Rose Byrne in 2020, Colbert spilled the beans about his Roadhouse audition. Apparently, a lot of the film was shot in Chicago when he was just a young actor in the Windy City. He doesn't even remember the role he read for, but hey, he got called in. So close yet so far, huh? Red's auto supply store explosion shook the neighborhood. Boom! The explosion at Red's auto store on set was so massive it jolted the neighbors awake. Here's an explosive piece of trivia. The neighbors were convinced MGM Studios was going up in flames. Fun fact, that earth-shaking scene came with a hefty $25,000 price tag. Talk about a wake-up call. Swayze's irresistible charm stirred up trouble on set. Picture this. You're on the set of Roadhouse, and there's Patrick Swayze, the heartthrob fresh off his hit film Dirty Dancing. Swayze's fans were head over heels. They'd often crash the set just to get a glimpse of him, causing all sorts of commotion. The studio even had to hire bodyguards to keep the swooning ladies at bay. There are stories of gals in pickup trucks trying to sneak a visit to his trailer, and one group even rafted into a riverside fight scene. Talk about commitment. Family Guy devoted an entire episode to Roadhouse. The influence of Roadhouse is everywhere. You might be surprised to know just how far the cultural tentacles of Roadhouse reach. It's not just a movie, it's a phenomenon. For instance, did you know the hit animated sitcom Family Guy dedicated an entire episode to this cult classic? It's a full-on tribute to the film and its unforgettable star, Patrick Swayze. And that's not all. References to Roadhouse pop up across the pop culture landscape, proving this film isn't just surviving, it's thriving. Talk about staying power. Kelly's dress was padded during the infamous sex scene. Let's peel back the curtain on a tantalizing secret from one of the movie's most memorable scenes. During the sultry encounter between Swayze and Kelly Lynch, Hollywood trickery was in full swing. While Lynch was up against the stone brick wall, pads were hidden behind her dress to avoid any injuries. It's a classic example of how the magic of filmmaking enhances visual allure and creates unforgettable cinematic moments. So, when you're rewatching Roadhouse and get to that steamy scene, remember, there's more than meets the eye. Movie magic is often the unsung hero behind those iconic scenes we all love. Bill Murray the prankster. Finally, our top fact is both hilarious and endearing. Every time the passionate scene between Patrick Swayze and Kelly Lynch hits the TV screens, comedy legend Bill Murray morphs into a prankster extraordinaire. He cheekily dials up Lynch's husband, Mitch Glazer, teasing him about his wife's on-screen romance with Swayze. This playful ritual has become so predictable that Lynch now expects the call each time Roadhouse is on air. Murray even called Glazer from Russia once. Roadhouse in Russia. Talk about the phenomenal reach of Roadhouse. Fun fact, Murray and Lynch were co-stars in the 2000 film Charlie's Angels. This quirky and heartwarming trivia injects even more charm into Roadhouse's legacy. So next time you're watching the film, bear in mind, there's a good chance Bill Murray is watching too and making that infamous phone call. So there you have it, 10 things you never knew about Roadhouse. If you found these insights interesting, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more behind-the-scenes movie facts.